Hey guys. So I took the time to try to look up how to change a starter on a Dodge Durango, um, the 2003 and down model. So I guess that'd be uh, like 98, 99 to 2003. Um, I've got the 5.2 liter engine. I couldn't find any videos on how to do it. Um, so I guess I'll be the first one. So here's my new starter on my Dodge Durango. Um, you always want to be sure to first thing you do, always disconnect your negative terminals. I forgot the specific reason, but it has something to do with without the negative terminal being connected, positive can't circulate the energy, or some to that nature, or something like that. So, um, by the way, just as a disclaimer, I am not a professional. I am just a regular guy. I have a little bit of schooling behind me, but my schooling is not complete. Um, and it's aeronautical, so it's slightly related, but in a different category in general. So, but anyway, back to the video. So I am replacing my starter. So what happened was I was driving, I was working and stuff like that, and I went to get back into my car, and it just wouldn't turn over. Only thing that I would hear was a clicking sound somewhere in, I want to say, the relay box area, or somewhere up top of here. I wasn't getting any turnover. At first I thought it was my alternator, but I had just recently got my alternator checked, and I know they told me that it was not bad at all. Which this, if you don't know, right here is your alternator up top. So I checked it, and they said that my alternator was good, but my battery was bad. But my battery was fully charged, and it was still taking a charge. They just don't know how long it'll take until it just gives out altogether. So I knew that my battery, I was receiving energy, and so uh, it was already having some issues where I'd have to turn it over, and it would kind of start up like zit, 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 and then I had to leave the key for a second so I wouldn't ride the starter, and then I do it again, boop boop boop, and then it wouldn't cut over until the third go round. So one day, just randomly, I got in my car and nothing. All the power came on, everything was on normally. I knew it was receiving gas and stuff like that, because when I turned it on, I would hear like a buzzing sound, which is indication that the fuel delivery system internally is working. You might not be able to always hear it on the newer model cars, but in general, you'll know what I'm talking about when you really start to diagnose these things. But so I left, and I came back the next day, and the first thing I did was I got my mallet over here. I took my mallet, and the starter, I've already got it disconnected. So the starter's right here. Okay, let me try to shine the light off a little bit. The starter's right there. Okay, or if you're looking from the top view, the starter would be where that hole is, right in between. The starter would be right in between here. You would see the round cylinder kind of looking thing. It looks kind of weird, but you could probably lightly see it over here up top. So I went under, and I had a buddy of mine turn the key over while I tapped it with my mallet, and like clockwork, it turned right over. So I went and I got a new one. Always be sure to check your parts and match them, which the best way to match, I do at least, is number one, get a visual, and then try to place it like how it would look inside the vehicle, right? And match up the bolts where the bolts would go. So I know a bolt goes here. Oops. I know a bolt goes here, and then I know another bolt goes in up top somewhere, but you get the point. So I guess I wanted to get right to it. So first thing I did was I got me, you really do, honestly, with this, you really have to use a good ratchet, okay? You'll be selling yourself short, and you'll be losing time if you get yourself one of those, you know, beater ratchets or whatever, because it's gonna snap on you. Okay, ask me how I know. Okay, so I don't want to set this phone down. For the sake of education, I will compromise. So what I did was, can I turn this down some? Okay, that's kind of better. So what I did was, first things first, hold on. Trying to figure out a way to comfortably show you guys. First thing I did was, there's two bolts to this thing. Okay, one's a bolt and one's a screw. So the first thing I did was I unscrewed the bottom screw, which is located here at the bottom. Okay, and then the second thing I did was there's a top screw up here, which I took apart. Well, that bolt, where that bolt goes. So if you give me 1 minute, I will be back.